21.
Strike! That's down. Foul ball. That's down. Out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 69.
Ball low. Strike. Up.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 00. Now batting, the shortstop, number 4.
Right. Foul ball. Right 3.
Now batting,
Hey,
the
ball.
left fielder, number 25.
That's inside. Ball inside. Strike. Foul. Foul ball. No. Up.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26.
Right. Right. Foul. Inside. Strike 3, you're out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 41.
No, low. Ball low. Out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 26.
Foul ball. Foul ball. Foul. Foul ball. That's inside. Out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15.
That's low. Ball inside. Foul. Strike. Up.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 5.
That's up. Strike. Foul ball. Nope, high. You're out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
Foul. Strike. Strike 3.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14. Now batting, the third baseman, number 11.
inside. Foul ball.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 10.
That's inside. Three. Hey. Foul. Foul ball. That's down. Foul ball. Outside. Strike three.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 27.
Out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 13.
Strike.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
Strike. Foul. Low. That's low. Strike three.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 21.
Foul ball. Strike. Foul ball. No, that low. Strike three.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28.
That's inside. Ball inside. Ball inside. Strike. Right. Ball four. Take your base.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 25.
Foul. That's low.
Number 26.
Ball inside. Strike. That's inside. Foul ball. Strike three.
Now batting, the catcher, number 42.
No, that low. Ball high. Strike. Strike. Ball four. Take your base.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
That's inside. Strike. Inside. Break.
Designated hitter, number 14.
Break. Ball inside. Elbow. Save.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11.
Break. Break. Out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 10.
Break. Break. That's outside. Foul ball. Foul. Foul ball. Break. Out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 69.
Break. Out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 00.
Break. Ball inside. No. Out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4.
Inside. Foul. That's up. Out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 27.
Out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28.
Low. Break. Out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 25.
Elbow. Out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 26.
Elbow. That's down. Foul. Through.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15.
That's inside. Strike. Strike. Strike three.
the third baseman, number 5.
Strike! Nope. Out!
Now about the second baseman, number 26.
Strike! Outside! Out!
Now batting, the catcher, number 41.
No, low. Strike! That's inside.
Now pitching, number 18.
Nope, high. Foul ball. Strike. That's outside. Up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14.
Ball inside. No. Off the plate. Strike. Foul ball. Strike 3, you're out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 13. Now batting, the second baseman, number 6. Now batting, the left fielder, number 21. Now batting, the catcher, number 69.
Strike. Foul. Ball inside. Hey.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 00.
Right. Ball inside. Ball inside. Foul ball. Strike 3, you're out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11. Now batting, the right fielder, number 10.
Foul ball. No. Inside. Strike. Strike 3.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 27.
Ball high. Right. Strike three. Out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28.
Strike. Out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4.
Foul ball. That's up. Strike. Up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 26.
Up.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15.
That's up. Up.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 25.
That's inside. Ball low. That's low. Strike. Take your base.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26.
No outside. Hey. Off the plate. Strike. Save.
Now batting, the catcher, number 41.
That's outside. Ball low. Strike. Foul. Foul ball. Strike three.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
That's outside. Foul. Up.
Now batting, the designated hitter. Now pitching, number 27.
Low. Foul ball. Strike.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11. Now batting, the right fielder, number 10.
Out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 5. Now pitching, number 24.
Strike. No. Up.
fielder, number 13.
Strike. Strike. Ball inside. Foul ball. Through.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6.
That's inside. Foul ball. Strike. Out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 27.
Nope, high. Out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 28.
Out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 25.
Strike. Foul.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21.
No, that low. Right. Right. Strike three.
Now batting the catcher, number 69.
Ball inside.
Now batting the first baseman, number 00.
Foul. Foul ball. Out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4.
Strike. Foul ball. Foul.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 26.
Strike. Ball high. Out.
Batting the third baseman, number 23.
Ball inside. Steer high. Nope, that's low.
batting, the right fielder, number 14.
That's it. Foul ball. Ball low. Foul. Jackie, you're out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 25.
That's down. Out.
Now batting,
Leave
the catcher, number 8.
You're out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 23.
Foul. Foul. Nope, low. Ball high. Nope, that's low. Take a base.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
You're safe. That's outside. Steer. Ball inside. Ball low. Strike. Take it.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 16.
Ball outside. Ball outside. Nope, that's high. Steer. Nope, take a base.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 26.
That's high.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19.
Strike. Steer out. Nope, no. Take a base.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 5.
Nope, that's inside. High. That's down. Up. Nope, ball four.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 35.
Steer. Nope, that's low. Steer. That's me, yeah.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 17.
Steer. Nope, low. That's fine. Strike. Stick. Strike for you now.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17. Now batting, the first baseman, number 26.
Nope, that's outside.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 28.
Stick.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 23.
Nope.
Now batting, the shortstop. Now pitching, number 35. Now batting, the second baseman, number 16.
Ball inside. Ball low. Nope, that's outside. Nope, take your base.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 26.
Strike.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 19.
Nope, outside. You're out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6.
Ball low. Stick. Nope, nope.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17.
Stick. Get out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 10.
Stick. Strike. Stick, you're out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 23. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 5. Now batting, the center fielder, number 35. fielder, number 17.
That's outside. Stick. Nope, that's low. Strike.
Hello everybody, I do apologize for the inconvenience tonight, as I have had one eventful day, to say the least, starting with work this morning all the way up until about 5 minutes ago. So I do want to apologize for all of that, but I am here. I do have some food and drink, so I am going to have to pause every once in a while to grab a couple bites and finish up my second dinner, because I am one fat ass. But looks like the first game was won by the Nomads by a score of 8-2, so that helps a couple teams move up in the standings, and the Sandies, who have had a phenomenal season so far, have been losers of 3 straight, if I'm not mistaken. And that'll put Nomads 1 game out of the wild card behind the Sandies in the same division. Here we have the Samurais versus the Slumpbusters. If the Samurais win, which they're down 6-0 as you can see, they will clinch the Stout division and make themselves a playoff contender. They still are not guaranteed a playoff spot, but if they win, they are. As you can see, that would be, I think, Cheesecake gets a hit there. And we'll go ahead and announce a few things here. Itachi, the first baseman, will hit
Ball inside. Strike.
And Tachi on the 1-2 counts can take a ball outside, make it 2-2 with 2 outs, and he's going to foul this one off. It is Cheesecake at first, if I'm not mistaken. That ball's going to get away from the catcher, Luna. And it looks like anybody, all the Colonels, they are going to Cancun for the playoffs, as Itachi looks for strike 3. I'm going to take a couple bites here. We have the Slumpbusters bringing up 2, 3, and 4.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 23.
That's outside. Nope, that's outside. Ball for taking base.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
Ball outside. Steer out. That's down.
You are absolutely right. If Luna got the day off, he might be a better defensive catcher, as his hitting still really hasn't gone down that much. This ball's going to hit the third. Anki's going to make a nice diving play. And just a reminder, Luna will be a free agent. Again, everybody who was a free agent signed during this year will go back into free agency, where anybody can pick him up in the offseason. And that's going to be another double for Buchanan, another RBI. I don't know how many that is, probably like 35, 36 now. She is the league leader. And here's Yeoman Cox, the first baseman. Back to the free agency. Everybody that, again, was signed this year on 1-year deals will go back into free agency, where anybody can sign the free agents up to 5 years. And they will be with a new pay scale, and their attributes will have gone up or down depending on their age and their performance.
Now batting, the third baseman, number
All of which will be explained in a future announcement, most likely on Sunday or the week after, because we don't really want to mess with the offseason too much while playoffs are going on.
Nope,
going to be another RBI single for the Slumpbusters. It looks like the Samurais are not going to have any chance on coming back on this one. Here's Juliana Hamsake coming out. It's going to be Kendall Lewis coming in. Rustin Price, the DH'er. That's going to be down for a base hit. Also, for those of you who have not voted, unfortunately on Friday I have a family event I need to attend. So if you want the stream to happen tomorrow night, Thursday, or Saturday night, either one is fine with me. I can do any either or. I just want to make it the best day for all of you. So please go ahead and vote on the announcements page in the Discord if you haven't already. You can vote for both if you don't care, or don't vote. It's up to you. Prefer you to vote. If you want both, go ahead and vote both. Gooder is going to go down on strikes. And following the last game of the season, which would be on the next stream, as this ball's hit deep to right center field, doesn't have enough. It's off the base of the wall. That's going to be a double for, it looks like, Ron or R3. Here's Emilio Whitaker.
Number 17.
So depending on when the next stream is, or the last game, I will have a couple days, give me a couple days to get all the stats ready. And we will be doing awards. We'll be doing an award show. That will be at the end of the season. Sometime during the off season, so look forward to that. We'll probably do that on a Saturday as well. But we have a lot of fun things for the offseason coming up, as Wadecaster is getting his second chance. With a man on second, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Ball 3, so it's going to be a full count. The payoff pitch from Young. He's going to foul it back. And then hit this one to the right side. It's going to be up there for Branch to catch, out number 3. So nothing for the Samurais. It's still 8-0 going to the bottom of the 5th. Here is Luna the catcher, who again needs a day off since pretty much day 5. He's going to pop this up to right field. Rampage will catch it. It's going to bring up Noel Branch.
Number 23.
Nope, that's outside. Strike. Nope, that's high. Strike 3 out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 23.
Anki will lead things off with a leadoff single
Now batting the right
to try to get the Samurais back in this one. They're going to have to claw their way out of an 8-0 deficit. And to help them is going to be Eli Rampage. And Rampage is going to pop this one over to Cox at first. Now it's going to be Miskey Marshall.
Number 25.
So as a fan, I like the Slumpbusters to win because it'll make the division closer. But as a commissioner, it doesn't help me. And or it doesn't mean anything to me. I like just a good game no matter what. But as a coach of the Gators, I definitely want the Samurais to, to lose.
Number 26.
That's outside.
Here's Itachi. And we haven't really heard from Itachi lately about benching Itachi, or Itachi yelling at Itachi. But Itachi is upset with Itachi, but we don't know which Itachi's upset at which Itachi. So if we can get any clarification from which Itachi is Itachi and which Itachi is not Itachi at talking about Itachi, that'd be grateful. Thank you for coming to my Itachi talk.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3.
In out.
Now batting,
Speaking of,
second base.
he's going to catch that line drive. So now it's going to be Evermore Buchanan with 35 RBIs. And that is the league best, as she's trying to compete with an MVP season with a few others.
Yeah.
Now batting the first baseman, number 26.
Nope, nope. That's down. Strike. Foul ball. There. You're out.
Now batting the center fielder, number 28.
And the second straight inning, the Samurais are going to have a leadoff single. So here is R3 batted with man on first.
Ball inside.
Now batting the
That's going to be back-to-back singles.
number 17.
Now it is Whitaker.
Nope, that's low. Ball low. That's foul. That's outside. Infield fly. Out.
Now batting the catcher, number 10. Now batting number 20.
Nope, high.
Weber's going to put a charge in this one. You can forget about it. Oh, and over the wall. That's going to be a 3-run shot. Excuse me, for the bench player. A 440-foot homer. His second of the season. And that will put the Samurais on the board. Make it 8-3.
Number 23.
Yeah.
And now, Samurais are going to have another base hit. So the Samurais will be
Now batting the
getting some hits together.
number 14. Now pitching.
Out is Young, and here is Longstroke. Young did pretty well up until the last 3 or 4 batters. So here's the top of the lineup again. That was Anki. Now it's Rampage to face Longstroke. 2-1 count. He takes strike 2. And a pickoff play not in time. Rampage is going to look at a strike inside. That's out number 2. So here's Miski with a runner on first, looking to keep the rally alive. And that's going to be another foul ball. 2-2 count. Make it full, so the runner will go Anki. And the pitch is going to be skied to left center field. Both fielders converge. It's going to be the left fielder, Winters, catching it for the final out. So they do score 3. It's a 5-run game now. Stretch your legs out. Here come the Slumpbusters.
Third baseman, now in the game, number 2.
Out is Weber. I guess he was a pinch hitter. In is Kenshiro.
Ball high. Steed high.
Here's Roberson, who hits this to left field. R3 under it. Out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 5.
Steed high. Steed high. Foul. Striking.
Rustin Price is going to go down on strikes. Out number 2, so now it is the center fielder, Sabrina Mashington, batting .299 on the season, 6 homers and 13 RBIs. Out of the 8 slot for most of the year. That's a pretty good 8-hitter. This ball's going to be grounded over to Cheesecake at short for the final out of the inning. Slumpbusters get 0. 2 more innings for both. 2 more innings to play.
The short
Here's Cheesecake, who made that last out.
Off the plate. Steed high. That's foul. Out.
now batting, the first baseman, number
That's out number 1, and here is none other than Atachi.
Foul.
Atachi's going to hit this up the middle. It's going to bounce highly for Buchanan. Out number 2.
the center fielder, number 28.
So here is King Gooder, last 4 outs for the Samurais.
You're out.
And that's going to be a line out to Buchanan, so nothing for the Samurais. Let's see if the Slumpbusters can get some insurance runs.
Now batting,
Starting off with the left fielder, Winters, who's 2 for 3.
number 17.
Ball inside.
This ball's hit to the right side. It's going to be Miski. Catches it, who fields it and throws it for out number 1. So now it's going to be Josiah Luna, the catcher.
Number 50.
But he won't face Lewis. He's going to face Bob Davis, coming in specifically for him.
Nope. High.
Luna is going to foul this one off.
That's foul.
And just a reminder, Luna will go back into free agency if anybody wants to give him a nice home. He is a very good player. Unfortunately, the manager didn't want to sit him the entire year, so he is playing pretty much injured at this point.
Number 23.
Stay.
And that's going to be a foul ball. Here's Noel Branch, who swings on and missed on an 98-mile-an-hour fastball up at his eyes. Nothing for the Slumpbusters in insurance, but they are up by 5 last 3 outs for the Samurais.
Number 6.
It is 8-3. Luna will come out of the game for Mostist, who is now a defensive replacement.
Steed high.
And R3 will face Longstroke.
That's high. Foul.
There's always never a bad decision to have 2 good catchers on your team. There's always a DH and a secondary position. So there's always that. Always have, a backup catcher that's decent, just in case something happens to your primary. Whitaker on a 2-1 count is going to field this to Buchanan, out number 2. So now it is Kenshiro, the defensive replacement at catcher. And this ball is hit to center. This should do it. It is Mashington for the final out of the game. Slumpbusters will take this one by a final score of 8-3. They move up one game in the standings to the Samurais. Wazanya is going to take the loss, his second of the year. Young is going to grab his fourth win. Your MVPs are going to be Weber, Winters, and Buchanan. Up next, we have Monsters versus the Mud Hens. Both teams are fighting for first place in the Pale Division, so stand by. We'll get this started in just a moment. In fact, we're going to go through a quick little standings update. Again, with that loss, Samurais will now fall to 14-14. The Slumpbusters will move up one game, and putting them in second place of the Stout Division. Divine have won the Porter, so they make it to the playoffs. Beavers have also won and making to the playoffs. And next up, we have the Monsters versus the Mud Hens. Mud Hens are a game and a half behind the Monsters, who are the league leaders. I'm sorry, the Pale leaders in this division. So we will be facing. So those two will be facing off, and it's gonna be it's a very close race in the wild card here. 4 out of the 5 teams in the wild card are only separated by a game and a half, and that will be all decided next game. I'm sorry, next stream. And on the heavy division side, it's pretty much all but done. The winner of the Slumpbusters and Owlins, there's only 2 games left for each team, so the winners of those are going to go. The defenders have 1 game left. So it's coming down to the last couple games here for both sides, pretty much. But give me one moment, and we'll start the other game up. Alrighty, folks, here we are. We have the Monsters versus the Mud Hens. And this is going to be a good game. I believe the series is tied at 2 apiece. And the first pitch of the game is by Ophelia Mack. And that ball is gone. The Monsters are trying to make a statement right away. First pitch, 379 feet. Her first of the season. What a way to get the first home run here late in this season. I mean, yeah. Shiloh Hugh, you're going to have a tough game if that's going to be your first pitch. Here's Diana Athena, and she's going to hit one just far, and that would have been a home run if it was fair as well. Wow. What is going on? I think the Monsters may have corked bats, but that's just me. I will have to investigate this. But here is a 1-2 count to Athena. She's going to take ball 2. Shiloh Hugh is going to strike her out. And that's going to bring her ERA down just a tad. As she comes in with a 4.41 ERA, a 1.41 whip with 25 strikeouts. Here's Bochy. Bochy has 3.12 average, 5 homers, and 22 RBI. She is an all-star for the Monsters. She's going to hit this through the left side, but Cortez is going to say, no, give me that ball, becoming a vacuum. And it's going to be the second out. So now it is Clayton Hornblower, who was the sole proprietor in runs their last time out. He had 2 home runs, and that were the only 2 runs for the Monsters in the 13-inning game, I want to say it was. And that ball's going to be grounded over to at bat at short. That's going to be the third out, but not before that first pitch was blasted by Mack for the first hit and run of the game. Here are the Mud Hens. It's going to be flying to bases, leading things off. We have 2 more games to play tonight. We're trying to get through some of them. Next up will be Divine versus Defenders. And it's going to be the Defenders' final game of the season. Your pitcher today is going to be Kemp, I believe, who gets a strikeout by the bases. Yeah, Kalia. Yeah, let's go with that. Kalia Kemp. 185 ERA, 110 whip with 45 strikeouts. If someone knows how to pronounce her name, please let me know. I am terrible with names. Only good with faces. That's going to be a ground out, so here's Jimmy Blake. An all-star for the Mud Hens. The first 4 batters for the Mud Hens are all-stars. That ball's going to be lined over to Athena, out number 3. So the Monsters win that inning. Here is Bryson Duran, the first baseman. This ball's going to be hit to short, out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
That was going to be Bobby Munoz. Two count. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. And the next pitch is going to be high, so that payoff pitch by Hugh is outside. Munoz works at walk. And now it's going to be Armhorn, the shortstop, to bat here in the 7th slot. 256 average with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. Yes, Junkie, your first pitch batter, Ophelia Mack, launched one. And that's going to be down to the wall. That's going to get down for a single. And the runner is going to be safe at 3rd. So not sure why they didn't want to run to 2nd. But here is Top Butterman batting in the 8th spot. And here he's going to hit this one deep to right field. It will be deep enough if the right fielder catches it. That's going to be a foul ball. The Nomads are cheering on anybody in the opposite or in their division to win.
Number 16.
And here's Dalton Chen, the 9th batter. We can all understand why the Nomads are cheering for the Monsters. Because if the Nomads, or if the Mud Hens lose, the Nomads will move up a spot. I believe they actually will be tied. Or if one or half a game out, as the Mud Hens may have a game on them. We'll have to double check after this. So here's Annabelle Dennis to face Kemp for the first time. And Dennis is going to go down on strikes. Kemp is making her case for what I think we're going to try to figure out some names here shortly. But if you guys want to give me some pitching names, we have the Golden Cannon, we have the Platinum Cannon. I personally made up the Golden Noodle. I think that's funny. I like that one. Obviously, something along the lines of Cy Young is like the Cy Young in baseball. So if someone wants to make something up, please let me know. Love to have some interaction with you guys on the awards. I don't want to make it just me, as that's going to be through 2. Going to the top of the 3rd, here's Ophelia Mack, who had that solo shot. I do like the Golden Noodle. For whatever reason, it came to me. I love it, and that's what I have it currently. But if someone or multiple people like something different, we can obviously go with that.
The third baseman, number 29.
If you're not familiar with the Silver Slugger Award, that is to the best offensive player at that position. I named that the Silver Chugger Award, because again, I'd love for it to be something with a beer related. It'd be cool. Also, the MVP is going to be known as the Most Valuable FEEP Award,
Number 10.
because FEEP is the GOAT. He is the MVP. Real talk. 100. And that's the truth. I don't know what you kids say nowadays. For show? Faux show? I don't know. Here's Bochy versus Hugh. She's going to lace this one to the left side. That's going to get down for a single. So you have runners at second with one, first and second with one out. And here is the hero of the game previous, Clayton Hornblower, the right fielder. He's going to hit this one back to Hugh. Hugh's going to try to get two. And they are going to get the lead runner at second, Bochy. She's not very quick on the feet. So here's Duran running, batting with the runners at the corners. I do apologize. My head is going 1,000 miles an hour, but my mouth cannot catch up. Duran is going to ground this one over to third for the final out. So here's Thiago Cortez.
Number 10.
Silver masher. I like that. I do like it. Cortez is going to hit this one to the gap. That's going to get down. Will it roll all the way to the wall? Butterman's going to field it, and he's going to have himself a lead-off double.
Now batting the right fielder.
Oof. Let's if someone can help me out. I like Das Boot Award or something like that. As this ball's going to be hit up the middle, Butterman's going to field it. They are going to test his arm. The throw is not going to be in time. That's going to be an RBI single for the Mud Hens. Here is Baylor McCarty batting in the 9th spot. I believe that was Twist Rums. Or Twisted Rums? Twist Rums? Can't remember his first name, but it's definitely Rums. We got the RBI single there. But I do love like a Das Boot or something along those lines. As McCarty's going to go down on strikes. So here is flying to bases. And I was thinking Das Boot could be for stealing, but that's really kind of already a thing. I don't really want to make every single category an award. 2-2 count for Kemp against the bases. And the base is going to hit this one deep to center. Does this have enough? Butterman's back at the track at the wall, and this ball is gone. That's going to be a 2-run shot for the leadoff man. 457 feet, his 4th of the year. And this game is now at a 3-1 score with the Mud Hens taking the lead. So here's Casey at the bat, who's going to line this one at, boy, 110 miles an hour, it feels like. And Butterman's going to make a nice sliding catch. So here's Jimmy Blake. And give me one moment, we'll be right back.
Number 46. Now batting, the designated hitter.
Okay, I just stepped out for a quick second, and I come back, and they'd scored another run. Here's Reyna, the DH. And here, he strikes out. So, they do get one run, all 4 runs, one more when I wasn't here.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
Here is Bobby Munoz to face Hugh. And this ball's going to be hit to the right side over by first base. Dennis is going to field it, throw it to Hugh, out number 1. So here is the shortstop arm horn. And it seems like we got a lot of Mud Hen, what do you want to call them? Haters, I suppose. And arm horn's going to take a walk. Here is Top Butterman. So Mud Hens have plenty of fans and plenty of haters as well. Right now, I think the entire league is against them for multiple reasons. Butterman's going to take ball 3. So let's see if they want to run with a full count. They're not. Butterman's going to hit this one up the middle. Almost hits the pitcher, Hugh. And he's going to have himself a single, advancing that runner 90 feet. So with 1 out, it's going to be Dalton Chen batting with runners on first and second. Prime opportunity to get some runs here if he can turn over the lineup. Cortez is going to field it on a hop and then throw him out for a double play. That is unfortunate for the Monsters. Nothing for him. Here come the Mud Hens rallying on that momentum. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 starting with the catcher Montoya.
Number 10. Baller time. Here. On time.
This ball is hit deep to right field. Doesn't have enough. It's right at the wall, and Hornblower is going to catch it just shy of the wall. That could have been dangerous, but now it is Twist Rums, and he's going to bat with a runner on first and 1 out. And if you're just getting me, I'll be right back.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 2. Ball. Up.
Alright, apologies about that. The dogs are being a little not good today. So here's the bases, who had a 2-run homer. His last at bat, he's batting with runners on first and second with 2 outs. 2-1 County or 2-0 County fouled back. Now it's 2-2 after 2 straight foul balls. And make it another. This ball's going to hit to the right side. That's going to get through. Hornblower's going to field it. They are going to test his arm. And the throw is in plenty of time. Bochy could have caught it, sat down, grabbed a drink, and then tagged out the runner. That's how strong that throw was. Aggressive move by the Mud Hens. Don't blame them, as they are up 4-1. But that does bring momentum to the Monsters, as Ophelia is going to have her second hit of the game, continuing that momentum off of the dive by Blake. So here is Athena, who has a single. And that ball is going to be, pickoff play. This ball is going to be fair, right on the line. That's going to bring the runner over to third, so you have runners at the corners with no outs. And here is none other than the all-star catcher, Mackenzie Bochy. Perfect opportunity to show why she is an all-star. And she's going to ground over to Dennis. One run will definitely score, even though it is a double play. They do get one. So that's worst case scenario for the Monsters. And here's Hornblower. This ball's going to hit over to Dennis. Off her glove, that's going to go down for a single.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 23.
This ball's going to be hit, but foul. So that's going to be a walk, and now it is Bobby Munoz to bat with runners on first and second. Hugh is at 83 pitches. Make it 84 on this one. It's going to be a ball outside. 2-2 count. This ball's going to be hit over to second. Blake will field it out number 3. So they do get one on the ground, double play ground out. And cutting the lead in half, it's going to be the Mud Hens sending up 2-3-4. Here's Casey at the bat, the hard-hitting shortstop. And he's going to hit this one to right field. That's going to get through for a leadoff single.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 87.
So here's Jimmy Blake. Ball's in the dirt. Good stop by Bochy. And Blake is going to pop this one up to Armhorn at short. Out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 46.
Dennis will strike out, so here is Wally Reyna. Still with a runner on first and 2 outs. Ground ball over to Athena, and that's going to be the final out. So, here at the top of the 6th, your score is still 4-2. Monsters are going to send up 7, 8, 9. Try to get that lineup turned over and score some runs.
Number 33.
This ball's hit to shallow center, and Casey's going to catch it.
Batting, the center fielder, number 11. Low. Now batting, the second baseman, number 6. Now pitching, number 28.
And that ball almost hits Chen. That's going to be a walk, so you're going to have a runner on first. And here is Ophelia Mack, who's 2 for 3. Fortunately, there is 2 outs, yes. 2-2 count. She's going to hit this one to the left side, and that will get through. So she has her third hit of the game. And she is starting to light up right before playoffs. So here's Athena batting with runners at first and second with 2 outs. Sanford is in. I did miss that. I apologize. Hugh is out. And this ball is launched to right field and over the jumping Rums. That's going to be 1 run. 2 runs are going to come in to score on the double, and that will tie the game off of that nice hit to right field. So here's Bochy with a runner on second in scoring position. Let's see what she has to say about all of this. This ball's hit to the right side. Dennis is going to field it to her right and throw it to Sanford for the final out. But the Monsters will score 2, and they will tie the game up. Let's see if the Mud Hens will retaliate with any runs of their own, starting off with Montoya, the catcher. Kemp is going to come out after she does 5 innings, so not too bad, but definitely not a usual Kemp start. Here's Rose Woodward, and, well, maybe they should have kept Kemp in. Should have Kemped her in. Oh, gotta make light of the joke of what just happened. 431-foot shot. Here is Montoya with her 4th of the year, breaking the tie easily after 2 pitches. So here's Thiago Cortez. Two-2 count. The pitch by Woodward is fouled back. And he goes down swinging for the first out. So here's Twist Rums, the backup outfielder, getting some playing time here in the late games.
The left fielder, number 2.
Here's Baylor McCarty, the left fielder. And this ball's going to be hit short to the pitcher. Woodward will field it and gun it over for the final out. So here at the top of the 7th, they do score 1, making it a 5-4 game, but they have heavy hitters coming up. It's 4, 5, 6 for the Monsters. I'm going to step out 1 second for my dog.
Batting, the first baseman, number 23. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 13.
Okay, I step away. Every time I step away, something happens. And it looks like it was a hornblower home run. Wow, okay. Well, here is Armhorn. You can call Mr. Hornblower Mr. Clutch, maybe. Or, yeah, Mr. September would work. It's not technically October just yet. And Armhorn's going to take a walk. So here is Top Butterman. I'm sorry, I think that was Duran, not Armhorn. I'm not sure who that was, to be exact, but here is Top Butterman. Moran is in to pitch now. And Butterman's going to hit back to Moran. Moran's going to hit it off his glove or foot or something, shin, I'm not sure. That should go down as a hit. Might be an error, we'll see after this inning. Here's Chen batting with runners on first and second, 2 outs. And Moran is in a tight spot. Tight. But he gets Chen on a 1-2 count, and the pitch is up high. Good eye there. 2-2. And he's going to go down swinging, so the Monsters will tie it up on a home run thanks to the homer by Hornblower, and they did give the pitcher the error there. So it's not going to be a base hit for Butterman, but he will have his on-base percentage up for it. Here's DeBases to face Woodward, and that ball is going to be hit foul. And did I just see that the Monsters may or may not have cut Chen? Real time? Oh no. DeBase is going to go down on strikes. So now it's Casey at the bat. And I gotta say, folks, the Monsters and Mud Hens have had some of the best games all year. And uh-oh, does Casey have enough on this one? Is this number 11 for the league lead? It is not! Mack is going to catch it right at the wall. But then you have another dangerous hitter with Jimmy Blake, who also has 10 home runs. And Blake is going to walk on 4 straight. So now it's going to be another dangerous hitter in Dennis. 333, 6 homers and 21 RBIs. And that ball almost hits her. And she's going to get a hold of this one deep to right field. Out there's Hornblower, catches it for the final out. So they don't score any, but the game is still tied coming into the last 2 innings, 8th and 9th. And guess who's up? None other than Ophelia Mack. 3 for 4 with that solo shot, 2 other hits. And she's going to lead things off once again. She's batting .414 in her short time in the league, with a homer and 2 RBIs that came in today. And she's going to take a walk, so the leadoff batter will walk, putting lots of pressure on for Moran, but he's going to get taken out, and now it is Daxton Reel. Still pressure coming in and facing Athena, who is a powerhouse, and she loves to hit lefties. And a 2-1 count. Let's see if he gives her a fastball here. Will, but inside. So now it's a 3-1 count. She's looking to hit this one hard. And that's going to actually be low, but called a strike anyway. A pickoff play not in time. So a full count. Let's see if they want to send the runner with good speed. It is Mack over there. They're not. And Athena's going to get a hold of one deep to right center field, but not enough. Mack is going to go back to first, and the bases will catch it for the first out. Here's Bochy, 1 for 4 with a single, batting from the right side with the lefty Reel pitching. And she's going to get one to the right side, and that's going to get through. So we will have runners on first and second. Return of the Mac. Oh, he did it. He did it. And here is Hornblower. First pitch is a pitch out. Not sure if they thought it was going to be a double steal or not. But here's a 2-1 count to Hornblower. And he's going to line this one, but foul. That was hard hit. 2-2. That ball is high. So now it's a full count. The payoff pitch from Reel is hit to the right side. That's going to get through. That should bring home one. Here's Rum's throw. It's not going to be in time. The Monsters take the lead here in the 8th, 6-5. And now it is Duran. He won't be facing Reel. He'll be facing the closing pitcher, Quash Fry, who hasn't had much time here in this league. He's only about 10 or so innings pitched, and this ball is hit. Oh, woo! Close play, hits the first base. Dennis is going to make a nice diving catch and almost double off the runners. And now it is Bobby Munoz batting with 2 outs, runners at first and second. And clutch time here. Base hit will definitely give them another run. 3-1 count. And make it ball 4. Munoz is going to take a walk. And that, my friends, is going to bring up George Armhorn, the hard-hitting shortstop, batting .261, 4 homers, 12 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and 2 walks. And they have nowhere to put him. 2-0 count. Make it a 3-0. Right here, it's red light until he throws a strike. No! He's going to get a 3-0 green light with the bases loaded in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. And he gets a base hit up the middle. Folks, you can't even script this. That is not even allowed. That is against baseball rules. And he still does it. And then the next pitch is going to be off the glove of Montoya. So here's Top Butterman with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And Butterman's going to hit this one deep to right field. Rums goes back and catches it just shy of the track, almost. More runs for the Monsters. They do score 3, breaking the tie, making 8-5. And the Mud Hens are going to have to try to rally some here back as Reyna will step in to face Woodward. And again, I'm telling you folks, a 3-0 count with bases loaded, you never, ever, ever swing the bat. 1 pitch is an RBI. It's a run, so there's no reason for you ever to do that. But somehow, he got his pitch and he hits it. Reyna is going to go down on strikes for the first out. So here's Montoya, 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. And she almost gets hit there. 2-1 count now. And she's going to get a base hit with 1 out. So that's going to put a runner on for Thiago Cortez. 1 for 3 today with a double. And that's going to do it for Woodward. She is responsible for the runner on first, but here comes the all-star Donovan Hartman to try to close things out here in the 8th. A 3-1 count. Cortez will foul this off. So a full count. The pitch is going to be swung on and missed by Cortez. That's the second out. So here's Twist Rums. 1 for 3. Single and an RBI. His first and only of the season. He's going to hit this one up the middle, and Armhorn's going to make a nice diving play and gun the speedster out at first. So they are 3 outs away from winning this game. But first, they have to bat and try to get some insurance runs. Here is the soon-to-be former Monster, Dalton Chen, according to a Twitter post I saw earlier in the chat. Now let's see if he can actually redeem himself here. 2-2 count. The pitch by Fry is swung on and fouled off. Chen's going to hit this one right at Dennis. It's going to be a short hop, out number 1. So here is Ophelia Mack, and as the managers of the Colonels have said, it's return of the Mack. Four hits today. Wait, is it 4 hits? I don't know, 3 hits. I think she's 3 for 4. Here it is, her second walk, though, as she is doing her job in that leadoff spot.
Number 20 now, pitching.
Oh, you were making a joke about Bochy. Got it. Either way, both of them definitely work, because they're both, one is Mac and one is McKenzie. And this ball is hit deep to center field. That was Diana Athena at the Nook, 432 feet, and this ball is gone. Wow! I thought that ball did not have a chance. 445 feet just past that Nook out there. Her second on the Monsters' 11th RBI of the season. And folks, that's pretty much all going to do it here, putting them up by 5. Here is the starting pitcher Webb to come in now. And he will face Bochy. And a 3-1 count. Webb is rattled. You don't want to see a starting pitcher come in here in the ninth inning, but here he is now. So it's going to be Mr. September batting .252, 7 homers and 15 RBIs. And so far, he has been hitting like he started off the season. He was batting 400 or 500 in the beginning of the season, and of late, the last 3 or so games, 4 games, he's also been hitting 500. Montoya is going to hit off for glove. Runner will advance 90 feet. So let's see if he can continue this trend. And here's Hornblower with the runner on second. He's going to foul this one back. Hit this one up the middle. It's going to be off Webb's glove. Blake will field it, and because Hornblower has cement shoes, he will be thrown out at first. So now it is Bryson Duran, 0 for 4 with a walk. Make it 3-0. Would not swing if you were Duran. And he's going to walk for the second time today. That's going to bring up Munoz. 0 for 3, but he has 2 walks. It seems like everybody on the Monsters has walked more than once today. That's where all these runs are coming from. Walks do kill. It's a free base. Munoz is going to hit this one up the middle, and that's going to score yet another run. 11-5 is going to be your score here in the top of the 9th. And now, George Armhorn, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 walks, and 2 RBIs. He's going to hit this one to the first base, Dennis. That's going to be the final out. Not before they do score 3, making it a 6-run game. And don't count out the Mud Hens just yet. They can score 5, 6, even 10 in the same inning. So they do have the top of the lineup coming up here second. It's going to be the 9th batter, McCarty, to lead things off first. Here's going to be the ball hit back to Hartman, out number 1. Yes, we can check the pitch leaders. I think right now it's Judah Duffy would be leading everything there. But we're going to go ahead and check out. But all the awards for the game will not be the same as the awards at the end of the season. We will vote for our own awards, as Casey's going to hit this one up the middle, and it's going to make this game a little more interesting with runners at the corners and 1 out to bring up Jimmy Blake. But we will have a league vote for the awards, just like the All-Star game. So don't feel that this necessarily the Cy Young will be whoever is the leader right now. And now with 2 outs, here's Dennis after the line out by Blake to left field. And this ball is going to get... Oh, no! I thought it was going to get down. Armhorn makes a fantastic jump. He's got a vertical of 4 feet. It seems like that is going to go down as a victory for the Monsters, making them possibly win the division. We're going to have to check that one out. Your final score is 11-5. And your winning pitcher will be Woodward. Loss will go to Moran, and the save will go to Hartman, his 4th of the year. Here is your MVPs. It's going to be Diana Athena, Ophelia Mack, and Flying the Bases. Next up, we're going to have Divine versus Defenders. But first, we're going to check some awards and some standings. So right now, let's go ahead and check the standings. We have the Swamp Monsters up by 1.5 games. So if they win one more game, if they win their last game of the season, they will win the Pale Division. If the Sandies lose, they will win the Pale Division. Divine has already won. The Beavers have already won, so we're already looking for the 3rd one. Nomads and Comets will face off later, so if the Nomads win, they will be tied. Well, they will be at 3 games behind, and a half a game behind the Mud Hens because of the loss. So it'll be 15 and 14 if they win. And the Samurais are only 1 game ahead of the Slumpbusters, if we check the wildcard standings here. Gators and Nomads are only 1 out. It's anybody's game here in the wildcard contenders. If the Sandies lose, they will drop down to the same as the Mud Hens, and we're only one game away from having this entire thing flipped over. The Owlins have to win, the Slumpbusters have to win. Unfortunately for the Comets and the Colonels, they are battling for last place and first pick. As long as the Colonels do not win by 30 runs, they should be guaranteed first pick, and the Colonels just have to lose 2 straight and not lose by 10 or more each. We'll go into the award off-season stuff and awards. I want to get that out as soon as possible so everybody can vote on them and have their time to look at some of the stats. There will be no names. It's going to be stat-based, so there is no bias.
Now batting, the second baseman, number
And here is
35.
Divine versus the Defenders. Right now, the Defenders are win or go home. It's the last game of the season. If they lose, they will possibly be out of the playoff contention. And if they win, the Owlins will have all the pressure to win their next 2 games. Divine doesn't matter. They've already clinched a playoff spot and the division. So they're just playing for shits and giggles at this point. But they're still starting all their starters. So here's Hemming Fields. He's going to ground this one over to short, out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 27. That's inside.
Here's Dewey Browning, the shortstop, batting 3rd.
That's up.
And I will say this one more time since we're halfway through the stream, a little bit more than halfway it seems. If you haven't voted on the next stream, I will not be available this Friday night. I have a family function I must attend. If you want the stream for tomorrow, which is Thursday, go ahead and react with a T in the announcements page on Discord. If you want the stream on Saturday, which is most likely going to happen with all the votes, go ahead and react with an S. Time will still be 8 o'clock at night, and we're going to get all those games done. Saturday looks to be, again, the one we're going to do, as most people are pretty much off on Saturday. It's the last few games, so I guess everyone will be watching it. And then I will try to get all of everything done for Sunday. That way we can start the playoffs on Monday, get the schedule set, and hopefully have the championships that Saturday night. And oof, unfortunately this ball is hit right back to the pitcher. It's going to be an infield single. Let's see if he's okay. It's going to be Navy Mathis, and that's Spool Oleo. Little confirmation would be nice. And yeah, he's pretty much done for. Not sure how he's still in this game. He pretty much got his lung taken out. But he's still in it. Call him a trooper. He's going to strike out the next batter too. It's Mathis. So here's Pansy Herrera. In her final game, batting .262. No homers on the season, so she still has a couple at bats. And as I say that, folks, just call me. Just. I'm a wizard. Harry, I'm a wizard. Her first of the season. I don't know how I do this. It's just one of those announcer curses / blessings, I suppose. She's going to get her first of the season. And Spool Ulio, after being hit hard and then hard hit, is out of this game after giving up 2-run homer to Herrera. So now it's Ryan Lamb, the center fielder. And he's going to go down on strikes. So 2-0 Defenders as they are trying to make that last playoff push in their 30th game today. Here's Tamber to face Edwin Floyd. This ball's going to hit to the right side. Mathis will make a nice diving play, out number 1.
The third baseman, number 21.
So here's Achilles to face Floyd. And Achilles sees ball, hit ball hard.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So here's the
Number
center
7.
fielder for Divine, Stevie Watts. 319, 4 homers, and 12 RBIs. Edwin Floyd's coming in with a 4.75 ERA, 136 whip, and 31 strikeouts. And this ball's going to hit just foul.
Strike 3.
Watts is going to strike out. Excuse me. So now it is Bronson Correa, the 6th batter, playing left,
Ball low.
versus Burpee von Krum. You could say, I guess, the German exchange student. 3.90 ERA on the season. It's going to get a little lower, maybe 3.88 now. Maybe 3.85, somewhere around there, depending on how many innings. 3.86, there it is. 154 whip and 32 strikeouts. Here's Ren Manning to face him. Ren Manning hasn't been playing much, but when she does the last couple games, she's been doing things like this. This is her second double in as many games. So here is Levi Hugh, the DH today, batting 8th.
Off the plate. Inside.
This ball's hit over to Achilles, who's going to tag the runner who, I don't know what Ren was doing. Manning, she literally just walked into Achilles' line of sight and said, yeah, tag me, I don't want to run. And Achilles just throws over for the second out. So if I'm the manager of the defenders, I'm definitely benching Manning. In fact, I'm cutting her for how stupid that was. Yeah, that's just, I don't know what's going on there. But here is a leadoff single for Divine. Now it's going to be His Highness King Plunder, DH. And he's also one of those C-ball, hit ball hard.
That's inside. Strike. Strike 3.
And he's going to go down on strikes, out number 1. So now it is Warwick Amori, the backup catcher. Well, I guess you could say he's the starting catcher now, since Field is always playing right field. And Correa's going to field this one for the second out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 35.
So here's KK, the second baseman, getting his second at bat. He's not going to miss this one. That's going to get into the gap all the way to the wall. Let's see if they want to stretch it and send the runner home. They will not test the strong arm of Storm. So they will have runners at second and third. Here's Hemming Fields. And see if they even pitch to him. They will. But it's going to be a ball inside. And now a strike at the knees. And this ball's going to be hit over to short. And Storm makes a hard throw. That's going to be the final out, so nothing for Divine. Still 2-0 your score going to the bottom of the third. It's going to be 9 at the top of the order. Leading things off is the catcher, Gio Mozzarella.
Strike. No.
He's going to have himself a leadoff single, punching it through to the right side.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 29. Nope, high. Strike.
So here's the shortstop, Storm. Leadoff batter is going to hit this one deep to right field. Technically not really deep, it's just 290. It's a short right field. So anything hit on a normal pop fly is pretty much deep over there. So here's Braxton Pennington. Last time he killed the pitcher, Oleo, Spool, let's call him. Let's see if he wants to destroy Von Krum's dental plan. Well, he hits it up the middle, but it only goes about 3 inches. And Amori's going to throw him out at first for the second out. So Mathis will get a chance with a runner in scoring position.
That's down. Off the plate. That's up. Ball four.
And Mathis will take a walk. So now it is Pansy Rare who hit her first home run of the season not too long ago.
Ball inside.
And I'm sure she is riding on a high right now.
No, that low. Outside.
3-0 is the count. Runners on first and second. She will take a strike.
Take your base.
And she's going to walk herself. So back-to-back walks. And now it is Ryan Lamb, the center fielder.
Number 10.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Strike.
Von Crumb's pitch is in there for strike 1.
Low.
Hit this one up the middle. Browning is going to make a nice dive and throw him on outs for the final out. No runs will score on the bases loaded threat. Top of the fourth is going to be Browning, who made that beautiful play to start things off.
Strike. Now batting, the left fielder, number 46.
Here is Tambor, the left fielder, after the leadoff single.
Inside. Ball high.
3-0 count. She swings through a strike.
Right.
And now they have a runner picked off here. And that's going to be Browning caught stealing out number 1. So now it's bases empty with a full count. Tambor fouls it back. And again. And then she looks silly on the changeup there. Down she goes. It's now 2 outs. And here is the hard-hitting Jackson Achilles.
No. That's up.
This ball is laced to left field. Correa's going to make a nice catch at his ankles for the final out. So now he's going to lead things off against Von Crum.
Now back, the left fielder. Now pitching, number 66.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see the rest of Von Crum's day. It's going to be the rookie Kale Taverna. And first pitch from Taverna is going to be hit just off the top of the wall. That ball, I mean, mere inches, if not centimeters away from being a solo shot. So here's Ren Manning, the third baseman, who ran into a double play, which I venture and cut her after today, but she does have a double.
No, that low. Strike.
And down she goes on strikes. So the rookie, who had an ERA over 16 at one point this season, brought it all the way down to 8. Will grab an out and make it 2 off of the ground out to shortstop. So now it's ninth batter Gio Mozzarella. This ball gets away from the catcher, Amori, and the runner will move up 90 feet, but with 2 outs, it really doesn't matter that much. And it doesn't matter no matter what, because he's going to look at strike 3. Nothing for either team through the last 3. It's top of the 5. Divine needed to start kicking into a new gear.
No, outside. Now batting, the first baseman, number 60. Ball low. Designated hitter, number 30. No! Strike! That's outside.
This ball's hit deep to right field. It's going to be off the wall, and it takes a weird bounce. The runner is going to stay at first because the runner that was previously at first didn't know if it was going to be caught or not, and will advance to third. So now they have runners at the corners with one out. Double play is still in effect for the catcher, Amori.
Strike! Foul ball. No! Strike 3! Out. Now batting, the second baseman, number 35. Ball inside. Strike. Strike. Foul ball. Strike 3. You're out. Now back, the shortstop, number 29. Foul ball. That's outside.
Here is Reagan Storm to lead things off. And he's going to hit this one over to second. KK will field it and throw him out for the first out. So here's Braxton Pennington, who is trying to catch up to Buchanan on the RBI list, but him being in his last game and the Slumpbusters still have 2 to go, doesn't look like he's going to catch her. And the 0-2 count is going to go down swinging. Out number 2, so here's Navy Mathis.
Number 57. Ball inside. Strike.
2-2 count, fouled back. Mathis will ground this one to short. Final out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 22. Ball inside.
And this ball is going to hit deep to right field. Field is going to have his 11th and leading home run. 463-foot blast, his 11th of the season, his 22nd RBI, and he is now the sole leader in the home run department, breaking the tie with the other 3. So here's Browning trying to tie the others at 10. That's going to put the Vine on the board, by the way, with 1, making it a 2-1 game.
Left fielder, number 46. Ball low. Strike.
And Tamber's going to hit this one deep to center field. Back goes Lamb, right at the track. Will catch it for the second
Now
out.
batting, the third baseman, number 21. Batting, the first baseman, number 17.
Here is Herrera. Herrera's going to have herself a double. Now it's going to be Lamb, the center fielder.
Number 10.
Taverna's at 32 pitches, and Lamb's going to hit this one off the wall. Oh, no. Fields is going to catch it before it hits the wall. I thought that wall was going to be off the wall and bounce a crazy shot. Instead, he catches it and almost throws out the runner all the way from the wall with that strong arm he has. And this ball's going to get away from the catcher Amori, but they are not going to test the legs of the runner. I believe it's Herrera. This ball's going to be hit. And the infield was in. It's going to hit the shortstop, and Browning is not going to be able to field it, so they will score another run, making it 3-1. And here's Manning. Runner on first. 1 out. 3-1 score here in the bottom of the 6th, and the runner is thrown out by a long shot. 2-0 count, make it 2-1. And climbs the ladder, down she goes. Out number 3. Both teams score 1 in the 6th. Still a 2-run game. Your score is 3-1 going to top of the 7th. And Divine will have 6, 7, 8 coming up. She's going to hit this one deep to center. It's going to be Lamb, out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 60. Ball low.
So Beck, 231 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs, is going to launch this one to left field. Forget about it. Above the giant wall. That's going to be his second run of the game. 395 foot, his 4th of the year, making it a 3-2 game. Divine is not going down
Now batting, the
quietly.
designated hitter,
So here is
number
His
30.
Highness King Plunder. Plunder's going to hit this one to the right side. Herrera will field it. Step on the bag for herself. Out number
The
2.
catcher, number 19.
Here's the catcher work. Amori.
Upside.
283, 1 homer and 6 RBIs. Floyd is still in this game here at pitch number 86.
Strike 3, you're out.
And down goes the catcher. Out number 3. If they do score 1, let's see if the defenders can do the same.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 7. Off the plate. Out. Now batting, the catcher, now pitching, number 29.
Taverna is coming out. It's going to be Ron McKay, the veteran lefty. Here's GM Mozzarella.
Inside.
Hit over to KK at second for the second out.
Now batting,
It's going to be top of the lineup now. Storm 0 for 3.
number 29.
Looking to join in that hit club with the defenders. And that ball's going to be laced, but right at the first baseman, Beck. So they do not score. Last 2 innings for the teams here. Top of the 7th, Divine's going to send up the top of the lineup, starting with KK. 1 for 3 with a double. He's going to ground out, so now it's Fields, who had his 11th home run of the day. So that's going to do it for Floyd. It'll be 7 and a third, and in comes in Cambry Cutter.
That's outside. No. Ball inside. Ball 4. Take your base.
Here's going to be a walk
The shortstop,
to Fields,
number
probably his
27.
23rd walk of the season. And now Dewey Browning,
Ball low.
dangerous hitter, will face Cutter.
Inside.
who jumps in with a 4.93 ERA, 164 WHIP, and 36 strikeouts.
Ball four.
And he's going to walk around him, so back-to-back walks
Now batting,
here
the left
in
fielder,
the
number 46.
top of the 8th, 1 out. Here's the hard-hitting Charlotte Hamber. This ball's going to be popped up into the dugout. Foul.
You're out.
And down she goes on strikes.
Now batting, the
So
third
it's all up
baseman,
to Achilles.
number 21.
Pressure on both sides here.
Strike.
And he just lets a curveball float in for a strike.
Outside. Strike.
Swings at strike 2, so the 1-2 count with 2 outs. He's going to swing and miss.
Out.
Drop third, so they're going to throw it over to first. Nothing for him. Bottom of the 8th, looking for the last bit of insurance for the defenders. This could make or break their season.
Fielder,
Here's Pennington,
number
the
38.
right fielder.
Strike.
He's going to hit this one back to McKay, out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 57.
Strike. Strike.
Strike 2 to Mathis. 0-2 count.
That's up.
Ball is high.
You're out.
And he's going to go down on strikes.
Now batting, the first baseman, number
So that's 2 outs. And here is Pansy Herrera, who has 2 of the 3 runs, 2 of the 3 RBIs
Right.
on the 2-run shot in the first inning.
Foul ball. No, outside. That's outside.
Full count, the payoff pitch.
Strike three.
Swung on and missed. So the defenders don't get any runs, but they do have the lead going to the top of the 9th. 3 up, 3 down. They have their game. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. Watts will lead things off.
number 7. Now in the game,
Pennington is out, and Lola Sausage is in as a defensive replacement. And the first batter, Watts, is on. So the tying run is up to bat. I'm sorry, the tying run is on first, and the go-ahead run is up to bat. And Harold Beck, who's 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 singles.
Strike.
And he looks ugly on that swing. Runner is going. It's Watts. The throw gets her. So a costly decision for Divine, as I know they were trying to move the runner 90 feet in scoring position. Unfortunately, it's going to be an out and now a strikeout.
designated
So here is the last batter that they want to face. His Highness.
Follow.
And Cutter is getting a little tired out there, so this might be his last batter, no matter what. Whether it's an out or a hit. 2-2 count, 2 outs, down to the final strike. They're going to hit this one on the ground, so Storm and the defenders will win their final game of the season. They are going to beat Divine by a final score of 3-2. The winner is going to be Edwin Floyd. The save will go to Cutter, his second. Floyd will advance to 3 and 4. And Julio is going to take the loss. Unfortunately, not only the loss, but he may have lost a few teeth. So next up we have the Nomads versus the Comets, and we're going to check the standings really quick. So defenders will finish out at 15 and 15, 500 ball club, putting the pressure on the Owlins. The Owlins, if they want to make the playoffs, they have to win both games pretty much, and the Slumpbusters have to lose one of them. The run differential is by 4 runs, so it just depends on how they play out. The Owlins will have both games played next stream. So we shall see. And the Vine, again, are 17 and 11. They have 2 games left, but they have already clinched that Porter division because obviously you can't catch up. So we will get the next game going. It is the Nomads versus the Comets. And again, we'll take a quick peek. Nomads, if they win, they will advance to 15 and 14, being a half a game. behind the Mud Hens. And if the Comets lose, they will have 1 game left. If they win, they will be guaranteed second spot. Well, not guaranteed, because you still have Mean Machine to play. So they'll be battling for the second spot. Alrighty, and why this is going and starting off, I am going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to have to go do a couple things really quick, and I will be back as fast as I can. You will have the Nairobi Nomads versus the Comets, last game of the night. And we'll start it off here. I'll be right back.
The second baseman, number 26.
Steve! That's up.
Now batting, the catcher, number 41.
Steve!
Batting, the center fielder, number 70.
That's outside.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3. Now batting, the third baseman, number 29.
See? No bye. Follow.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 53.
D-Ray!
Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
D-Ray!
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14.
Out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11.
Nope. Steve! Steve! Follow.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 10. Now batting, the shortstop, number 27.
Steve!
left fielder, number 5.
Follow. Nope. High.
Now back, the second baseman, number 26.
You're out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 27.
Head up. That's low. Stay right. You're out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28.
Oh. Stay right. Ball inside. Stay right.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 25.
Stay right. Low. Ball low. Stay right. Stay right. Out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26.
You're out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 57.
Stay right. Take the base.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Stay right. Ball outside. Ow. Stay right. Your ball.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 70.
No, inside. Nope.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
Inside. Outside. Ball low. Stay. Stay.
Now batting, the
Ball's up. Outside. Take your base.
Alrighty, I am back, and I do apologize for that. Here is Harper McGahee, the DH, bottom of the third, 2 outs, bases loaded for Sasha Price. He's going to ground over to the Don at third, out number 3, so nothing for them this inning. Nomads are leading 2-0 here through 3. Top of the fourth, they have 3-4-5. It's Harcourt Gaines, the catcher. 0 for 1.
Ball inside.
They will be facing Irvin Krill, who strikes out Gaines for the first out. Here's Colin Kennedy, 1 for 1 with a double. 45th pitch by Krill is ball low. Comes in with a 5.12 ERA, 153 whip, and 48 strikeouts. And that's going to be a walk. So now Thaddeus Conley, who is 0 for 1. And Conley's going to rip this one to deep center all the way to the wall. It's going to ricochet around there. Gleaves is going to field it cleanly and get the ball in quick. They are going to try to send the runner home. The throw by Strutz is not in time, making it a 3-0 game for the Nomads. And here is the Don, facing Krill with a runner on second and 1 out. And the Don is going to go down on strikes. So now it is Trenton Clark who had the 2-run homer there in the second inning, it looked like. And he's going to hit one deep and foul. This time he's going to hit it over to second. It'll be Bull out there at second. For the final out, they do score 1, making it 3-0. Bottom of the fourth, they are sending up 5, 6, 7, including Rafe Winkleson, the left fielder, who's 1 for 1 today.
Nope. That's high. Take your base.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26. The first baseman, number 27.
Steve! No, inside. Outside.
Now batting.
That's going to be a base hit by Lampman, and now it is Elroy Homrun, who was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. Runner on first, 2 outs. And a pickoff play is not in time. And another pickoff play. Excuse me, Homrun's going to get this through the right side for a single. So now you have the last batter, Carter Stafford, the catcher. And he's going to get hit right in the ribs. That's got to hurt. Fortunate for him, it was just a curveball, so it wasn't too crazy. But Sasha Rice is out, and here is Leo Concentrado. to face Justin Gleaves, the leadoff man, who's going to hit this to second on one hop for the final out. So the Comets were threatening and nothing for him. It is now the Nomads' turn in the top of the fifth.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 27.
Steve Rack. Off the plate.
This ball's going to hit the short slowly. Strutz is going to barehand it out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 28.
Steve.
Here is Fred Moon. He's going to ground this one over to third baseman Rhodes, out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So now it's going to be the top of the lineup. Damon Lynch, batting .342, 7 homers and 18 RBIs.
Steve Rack.
And he's going to go down on strike, so 3 up, 3 down for the Nomads. Here come the Comets.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
You're out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 29.
Steve Rack. Ball outside.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 53.
That's outside.
This ball's going to be hit through the right side, and that's going to be another single. So they have runners on first and second, and they are threatening with 1 out here. It's Rake Winkleson.
Steve.
And it's going to be Winkleson versus Concentrado, 0-2 count, and that's going to be a ball upstairs. Next pitch will be swung on and hit fair down the line. This ball is going to get all the way to the right field. Clark is going to have some trouble with it. 1-1 will score. It's going to be a RBI double for the Comets. And now Miguel Durham, or Durham, sorry, a.k.a. Bull,
Outside. Ball low.
will have a chance with 2 runners in scoring position.
Ball forward, take the base.
And he's going to walk here. So bases are loaded for Lampman, who had a single last inning. And he is a dangerous hitter. 250 on the season, 3 homers and 14 RBIs.
Steve. All high.
3-1 count. That ball is fouled off, so it's a full count. The payoff pitch is high, so that will be an RBI for Lampman. And a 3-2 game for the Comets. They're coming back. The Nomads give up a walk on the bases loaded. Now it's Elroy home run
Ball low.
with 1 out. And bases are still loaded. He's going to hit this down the right field side, or sorry, down the right side. And that will be a dive by Moon, saving multiple runs. But 1 run will score to tie this game. So runners in scoring position, second and third. It's going to be Stafford, the catcher. This could have been much worse for the Nomads, as the Comets are down to a last strike of the inning. And down he goes, so that will be it. They do tie the game up at 3 apiece, but it definitely could have been worse for the Nomads. Comets did strand a few more. It'll be 2-3-4 up for the Nomads here. Rivers, 0 for 2. Will lead things off.
Steve. Ball inside. Foul. Outside. Steve Rack.
The catcher, number 41. Now batting, the center fielder, number 43.
Follow. Outside.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 70.
Here is the leadoff man, Justin Gleaves for the Comets. He's going to pop this one up to the catcher. It's going to be Gaines out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Joe Struts, the shortstop, 1 for 3.
Stay. No pie. Stay.
Now batting, the third
Gaines will field that one and throw it out for first.
number
Here's Rhodes, the
29.
third baseman, batting third. First Concentrado. Here's 36 pith is in there for a strike.
That's low. Outside.
This ball's going to be hit over to the Don at third. Out number 3. So it's still a 3-3 game going to the top of the 7th. 5-6-7 due up for the for the Nomads.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14.
Nope. Follow. Stay right. Off the plate. Stay. You're out. You're out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11. Now pitching, number 44.
Out is Krill and in comes Finley Mad, who seems to be the number 1 reliever for the Comets. Every time we commentate a game for them, it seems like she pitches. Comes in with a 4.34 ERA, 1.39 WHIP, and I believe 36 strikeouts. Here she gives up a solo shot, a single to the Dawn, I believe that was. Here is Clark, the right fielder. Has 2 runs today, or 2 RBIs on the home run, his 4th of the season. And here he's going to line this one up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit. And now you have 2 runners on with the shortstop, Janiyah Mess. Batting 188, does have 5 homers on the season, so she's got a little bit of pop. And right now she's definitely feeling it. Here she's going to go down on strikes, and that's going to leave Fred Moon with the responsibility of runners on first and second. Instead, Moon is going to be pinch hit. The rookie will be pinch hit for Gabriella McIntosh, and she's going to get a first pitch swinging base hit. They're not going to test the arm. And now it is bases loaded for the leadoff man, Damon Lynch.
Ball inside.
2-2 count. This ball's going to be fouled off. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Lynch is going to go down on strikes. So they squandered an opportunity there. Bottom of the 7th, it's stretch time for the Comets. And they got their heavy hitters, 4, 5, 6 coming up, starting with McGahee.
Number 53.
McIntosh will stay in the game and play first after she pinch hit for Moon.
Ball high.
First Battlegrounds over to second, out number 1.
Left fielder, number 5.
See? Follow.
Ball is hit right back to the pitcher. Fields it, out number 1, or sorry, out number 2. And now it is Miguel Durham, aka Bull, with 2 outs. And he is going to line this one with the left center gap, splitting the outfielders. That's going to go down easily for a 2-out double. And the Comets have somebody on in scoring position for Gilbert Lampman, the first baseman. Lampman's going to hit this one very high, but not very far. Camped under it is Clark, out number 3. So nothing for either team in the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th. 2-3-4. Russell Rivers starting things off 0 for 3. He will not face Matt. He's going to face Nicholas Crawford. And first pitch is a ball inside. Rivers is going to draw a leadoff walk, and now it is Harcourt Gaines, the catcher. And he's going to hit this one hard to left field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Nicholson will get it in. And they are going to send the runner. Strutz's throw is not in time, so speed kills on the base path. And the Nomads are going to take the late lead 4-3 in the top of the 8th. And now it is Kennedy. On a 3-0 count. Takes a curveball in there for a strike. And now a fastball at the knees. Full count. The payoff pitch is a curveball way outside. He's going to draw himself a walk, and now it's going to be Thaddeus Conley, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. No outs. Runners at first and second, and you are definitely feeling the pressure here. I can feel it in the booth. I'm sure everyone on the field can feel it as well. This ball is going to be over to second base. That's going to be 4-6-3 double play. The runner will advance to third for the Don. Crawford comes out. It is J.R. Praline to come in, and he will face the Don. ERA of over 11 with a 2 whip and 19 strikeouts. And the Don is going to get himself an RBI single, making it a 5-3 game. Nomads are leading. I don't know what has gone into the Nomads of late, but they have won, I think, 5 straight. This would be 6th. And the Don's going to take off for second and safe. So now it is Clark. Nomads have had one of the most historical, I mean obviously it's only season 1, but have had such a historical late season rally to come into this. And if they win this game, they are on the verge of making the playoffs with only one or 2 games left. I can't remember how many they will have, but they are right there on the cusp. They are creating their own destiny with these wins. Here is Elroy a home run, and he's going to go down on strikes. So here is Carter Stafford, the catcher, 0 for 2, hit by pitch, batting 9th. And that's going to be a ground out for the second out to lead things off here. Concentrato is out. Dozen Rolls is in. And she will face Gleaves, a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Gleaves will win this matchup.
Now back, the shortstop, number 3.
And that's going to go down as a base hit. And look at this. First pitch pickoff, and they're going to have him in a rundown. And, well, a very costly decision for the Comets. That's definitely going to ruin the rally. So top of the 9th, Nomads are looking for any insurance. Mess will face Praline. After this, since it's our last game anyway, we will check the standings to make sure exactly where we are at for the Nomads and the Comets. And then we will play a little bit of, this is not the Nomads' last game. I think they have one more.
Now back, the first baseman, number 3.
Oh, it's against the Colonels. Oh, boy. That is going to be a fun game to watch, as both teams are extremely hot. Colonels have won 2 of the last 3, which is pretty much 60% of their season. Praline's out. Here comes Green.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 26.
Here's Russ Rivers with the man on first. And 2 outs facing Green. It's going to be 3 straight balls. And this ball's going to hit over to Struts. Out number 3. So the Comets have to score 2 at least. Fortunate for them, it's 2, 3, 4. Unfortunate for them, it's first Lena Dozen Rolls. So here is Struts to lead things off. Great speed. Unfortunately, doesn't get on very often. 3-0 count, make it 3-1. And he's going to pop this one up. Shallow left field. All 3 players converge. It's going to be Mess and short left. Out number 1. Here's Rhodes. Going to try to get things going. And he will start things going with a single to first, and that will bring up the tying run and Harper McGahee, who is more than capable of hitting a home run. Batting from the right side. Takes ball low. And now it's a strike inside, a 2-2 count. The pitch is fouled back. And McGahee's going to go down on strikes. Dozen Roll gets him with the curveball. Down to their last out. Here is Rake Winkelson. Lefty on lefty to possibly end this game. 2 straight balls. Mickelson's going to foul this one off. And now she brought it back 2-2. Deuces are wild. And Mickelson's going to go down. The Comets will lose. Nomads are going to win once again. Final score of 5-3. And nobody can stop the Nomads. Loss will go to Crawford. Win will go to Concentrato, his 3rd of the year. 4th loss for Crawford and 3rd save for Dozen Rolls. Here are your MVPs. And we will take a quick look at the standings. So with that win, the Nomads are half a game back behind the Mud Hens. They have one more game to play, which will be against the Grand Portage Colonels, and they are half a game back in the wild card as well. So they must win, 100% must win, and all Mudville has to do is win as well, one of the two games. So if the Nomads win and the Mud Hens lose both games, the Nomads are in. If the Mud Hens win both games, the Nomads are out. And if the Nomads win and the Sandies lose the next two games, they would have to lose by a total of 35 runs. So the Nomads are on the outside looking in, but they'd still control their own destiny with a win. So it just depends on everyone else. If they don't win, they're out of the playoffs pretty much. So Nomads have to win their next game against the Colonels. And the Colonels, if they want to guarantee that first pick, they definitely have to lose, which they most likely will against the Nomads. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, that is your standings as of right now. We only have one team. Yep, we only have one team that's completed every single game, and that will be the Swagger Defenders. They are finished at a 15-15 record with a -1 run differential. They are atop of the wild card, but if both Slumpbusters and Owlins win both games, they have a chance of losing it, but with the run differential being the way it is, it's very, very unlikely. So if either one of these teams lose a game, the Defenders will be in. And that will do it. We have a few games left. Let's look at the schedule. And if we can get there we are. We only have 10 more games to play, and then we are done. So take a good look. All these games will be played on what looks to be Saturday. So we will make an announcement tomorrow. And the Nomads, you have won the last 6. Oh, I just missed it. Let's find out. You have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you have won your last 6, which is crazy. And you are 6 of your last 8, 7 of your last 9. So that is absolutely ridiculous. And if you win against the Colonels, which apparently is open to game, versus Yup Stokes are your possible starters, you will have a 7-game win streak and win 8 of your last 10. So I can check if you... I don't know if I can check that way. Let me see if I can do it this way. There is no way for me to check until I get to your to the game. So unfortunately I can't look at it. There is no way to tell. The only way to tell is by doing this as the actual game itself. So yeah, unfortunately I will not be able to do that until your game is scheduled, which we could find out really quick. Is halfway through the stream, so if you're there and you remind me, I can let you know. But yeah, 10 more games to go, folks. That's gonna do it for me. I will go ahead and and let you all go. Appreciate the support by coming out. And our next stream, again, will probably be Saturday. It looks to be that way. So Saturday at 8 o'clock, we will have our last games of the season. Until then, this is your Commissioner signing out. Bye-bye.